dark, windy, all the bad attributes or characteristics of negative weather, bad weather. Anyways, the topic today, before we go into Reddit, is confidence and how confidence is built. Actually, I should probably verify that I'm live everywhere, huh? And not just assume, even though. Let's see, Rumble, are we live? That's not what we wanted at all. Come on now, shouldn't be this difficult. I am live, cool. And YouTube says live. We are live. So yeah, how is confidence built? Confidence is not something you just tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna have. And this is another topic that's kind of personal to me because, let me make sure I have my Twitch chat up in case Reagan stops by. He said he was gonna be around. There we go, we can have it right here. So where was I? Yeah, confidence isn't something you just declare and say, something happened. Oh, and the reason it's personal to me, because I've had a lot of people tell me over the years that I am arrogant and I'm cocky and, they might not be wrong in certain situations, but at the same time, I feel like part of it is obviously I'm joking, but I'm also at the same time, confident in myself due to actions I've taken to build that. So how's confidence built? It's built through promises that we keep to ourselves. Most people misunderstand confidence. They think confidence comes from like motivation or hype, positive thinking, telling yourself you're amazing. Really, confidence comes from evidence. Like, there has to be a reason to have confidence. So unless you're just a fool, then you're just confident without reason, But what do I mean by evidence? So doing what you say you'll do, right? Following through on your word. So if you say, hey, I'm not going to do this today, or I am going to do this today, and nobody else has to know, you yourself know whether you're going to do that thing or not, or whether you keep that promise to yourself. Is your own word to yourself important? Oh, speaking of things, I'm not just gonna gloss over the fact that I'm supposed to share my goals with you guys. It was a promise I made yesterday, so I don't know. The goal is to do it for 100 days, but here's day one of goals. And again, I'm doing this to keep myself accountable because I know what this will do, and I'm just curious what will happen if I do this for 100 days. So if I do all these things, be consistent, do it. But here are my goals. I'll share my goals with you guys. So 10-year goal, I said I would do this. And anybody who's watching, y'all better be writing your goals down. You better be nothing. But you should be to better yourself. I implore you. Anyways, 10-year goal. Where's my long-term, 10 years, married with 2 kids. I don't have how that's going to happen. I don't have that broken down, but that's long-term. That's 10 years. You just got to have it out there so you have a target, because if you don't have a target, you don't know where you're going, what you're trying to hit, right? So midterm is I'm going to own my own spa. So I don't know how much I've shared on the stream here, but I recently, so as far as for work, aside from being licensed life insurance agent for almost 20 years now, I recently finished school For massage therapy, I already passed my MBLEX, which is my state exam, submitted all my paperwork and all my documentation, and now I'm just waiting for the board to issue my license for me to become a massage therapist. And actually, this is, I'm kind of sitting here waiting. This is another reason I kind of started this, because the board takes their sweet time, and either way, that's neither here or there. In 5 years, I'm going to own a spa with a bunch of massage therapists and estheticians. That might be 5 spas in 5 years. But look, I actually wrote down the due date. So even for the 10-year one, March 12th, 2036. That's today's date. Wait. Upside down reading is hard. Where is it? Upside down is hard. Right there. 36, 10 years. Yeah, it's backwards and upside down. I don't know what the heck is. Oh, I know what to do. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Boom. Who's the man? Who's the freaking man? And this is why I'm confident in myself, because I have evidence that I know how to, flip the... I had confidence in the fact that I can fix that image for you guys because I've done it before. All jokes aside, that's literally where confidence comes from. So I was confident in telling you, like, oh, watch, I'm going to do this because I knew that I can fix that, if that makes sense. I don't know. I wasn't saying that. No, that actually makes perfect sense, if you're following. So now that we could read correctly, goals, long term, March 2036. See, all right, I have the due date there. 10 years, married, 2 kids. That's today's date. Mid 5-year goal, own spa, March 2031. All right, now here's the short-term goals. So I went for YouTube thing, since I guess it's in the spirit of doing this show. I said 200 subscribers, and I broke it down, and this is how you should do your short-term goals, with whatever it is. So 200 subscribers, right? Which means I need 137 to go because I had 63. So you take that, what you have to go, divided by however much time you have to go. So I have 70 days to go, technically 71. But I'm sorry, it's so hard. So 70, there it goes. So 137 out of 200, I have 63, so 137 to go, which divided by 70 days, that's 2 subscribers a day. And then if I needed, if it was a more complex task and this needed to be broken down further, I'll break this down further, But since I don't need to break down 2 a day, but I could if if a subscriber was something you had to let's say it was a sale and you need to get 2 sales a day, then I'll break down how I'd get these 2 sales a day. I'll need to make 20 phone calls, per blah blah blah, and so on. And then my other short-term goal is 10 pull-ups. Right now I could do 5, and this is going to be done by May 1st. So by May 1st, that's a specific, attainable, measurable goal. Both of these are. Does that make sense? So I know these are not going to be your goals, but you should have something written out like this. If you do this every day, they say your life will, not they say, I've actually done it, but if you actually write down your goals like this every day and do nothing else but write down your goals like this every day, your life will literally be 5 times better just from writing down your goals, because subconsciously everything else that you do in your day will be aligned with this, especially if you do this first thing in the morning. So I don't know who didn't know that before. If you didn't know that, now you have great information. And if you did know that and you haven't done it before, you should do it. Whether you knew it or didn't know, this is something you should do if you want to better your life in any way. Guaranteed to work. No joke. So this is just a follow-up from yesterday, but I'll probably share them maybe at the beginning daily to keep myself accountable. I don't know. We'll see. No, but yo, and I know you guys are watching videos. I know there's people watching. Comments? Anybody? I appreciate the likes. I've noticed thumbs up. You guys are hitting thumbs up. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. It greatly helps the algorithm and YouTube to share my stuff out to other people, you know, for them to find it. But back to building confidence. I know I should have kind of gone to the goal first. Again, day 29. I'm still learning. Still not, it hasn't even been a month. I should have gone to, you know, the goals first, followed up from yesterday, and then I should have started on the confidence thing. But whatever. You know, we skip around. We make things happen. The real source of confidence is, who do you trust more? Someone who talks big or someone who always delivers? So if you have two people, right, at work, and one guy's always telling you stories, he's the one-upper, you know, and just always, you know, full of shit. You know, we all have that person at work. And then you have another person who's there, who's been working there for 9 years, never, you know, like always there. If he ever misses a day or she misses a day, she calls in, you know what I mean? And you need something dependable done, or you need something like important done. Who are you going to ask, you know? Who are you going to trust to do it? Like, now, how do you build confidence in yourself, right? So, and how do you not, and what causes the lack of confidence in a person? So for somebody who lacks confidence, why do they lack confidence, and why do they like have self-esteem issues? And the reason is because they don't believe themselves. They don't trust themselves. They don't keep promises to themselves usually, probably, most likely. So if you have self-esteem issues, it's probably because you don't keep your own promises to yourself. So actually, I was kind of, you know, tiptoeing around that, but now I'll stand on that. That's, if you have self-esteem issues and confidence issues, it's because you're lying to yourself. You're saying things to yourself that you don't even believe. And then, like, you tell yourself you're going to do things and then you don't do them. So why would you be confident in yourself? You're like, shit, I don't even do what the hell I say I'm going to do. Why the hell would they believe, you know? Why would they be confident in me? Or why should I be confident in myself? Now, if you always do, if you know that you're the type of person that always, you know, basically if you're proud of your work, you know that how you do something doesn't matter if somebody's watching or somebody's not watching. Really, where confidence is built is where that time when nobody's watching, that time when you're working out or you're doing something and nobody's watching, that's what builds that confidence in yourself, actually. It's not, you know, other people seeing you do things. Well, I mean, it could be if it's keeping your word and, you know, keeping, just being a reliable person, then it definitely could be. But confidence works the same way internally. Your brain keeps score. Every time you tell yourself, I'll wake up early, I'll go to the gym, I'll finish this project, I'll start this business, and then you don't do it, guess what? Your brain records that. They're like, oh, okay, this guy's not going to fucking do what he says, you know? Like, yeah, this time, I'm definitely not going to procrastinate on my homework. Yo, I used to do that. I remember every time I used to get a project in school. This time, I'm definitely not going to procrastinate. I don't think I ever did one project early by the time I finished school. I think in like college, I might have, but like, yeah. So I'm guilty of, you know, that too, but like, and I have this, people misunderstand me sometimes. shit, I have self-esteem issues too. I have self-doubt too, you know? Like I've been, you know, going to the gym like 4 days a week, I would say, to be like, yeah, minimum 4 days a week. And then I seen my cousin today, my blood cousin, who I haven't seen in probably like a year. And he's jacked like a freaking, yeah, like a bear. I'm like, damn, I've been slacking. I haven't, like, what? So, yeah, all that to say that what you tell yourself, like, don't tell yourself you're going to do something if you know you're not going to do it. You're better off not even telling yourself you're going to do it. Does that make sense? Like, broken promises destroy your self-trust. So when you make a promise and you break it, it's not only not helping your trust, it's breaking it, it's destroying it. So imagine having a friend that like constantly promises you things and then cancels, constantly procrastinates, you know, like always. Over time, you're going to stop believing that friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you stop taking their words seriously. You stop expecting results from them. You don't even expect much from them. You're like, you know, most people treat themselves exactly like that, though. That's the problem. You know? So most people treat themselves like that. So they'll be like, you know, oh, tomorrow I'll start the diet. Yeah, I need to do this diet. And I'll surely do it, you know. Tomorrow comes, nothing happens. You know what I mean? So you don't start tomorrow, you gotta start right now. If you're gonna do something, start right now, do it right now. If you repeat, so person talks, they don't execute. So yeah, but basically if you constantly tell yourself that and you never follow through on your own word, like, for a good example is New Year's resolutions. This is the biggest bullshit ever, you know. And know that this is well known and many people have talked about it, but at the beginning of the year, if you go to the gym, and it's truly like this, the gym is packed. By this second, third week of January, people don't even make it a fucking month. Half of the people are gone. But they'll be back next January again for 2 weeks. They'll be back. But, I mean, shit, we're all guilty of this to a certain degree on a certain level with certain things, myself included. So I'm not just out here throwing stones. But because your internal credibility collapsed, not because you're incapable. Yes, I'm reading off some notes. Real confidence is built like a court case. Your mind asks, what proof do we have? Proof could be... And I always contemplate, I'm like, should I be showing the notes? And I'm like, no, maybe not. But every time I'm using them, like, why wouldn't I have them read what I'm, you know? Shoot. There we go. What proof do we have? Proof could be waking up when you said you would, finishing a difficult task, sticking to goals, following through on uncomfortable actions. Every kept promise becomes evidence. So evidence builds a case. This person finishes what they start. When the evidence stacks up, confidence becomes automatic. So no affirmation is required anymore. Because now your mind says, we've done this before. So, for example, I know when I start a fucking project, if there is a way to finish it, it's gonna be finished. I don't start any, especially like a project, like something that I'm doing, I don't start it and not finish it. And I also don't do, everything in my power is, you know, if I have control of the, you know, situation, I don't do things half-ass. I hate doing shit half-ass. That's why I don't do it. But being that way, I guess, and I didn't even realize this until maybe, I really didn't fully understand this until probably until today on this level, because, like, you know, I look up different, I'm not going to tell you my strategy, But for different topics, I do some research, and yeah, when this topic came up about how confidence is built, I didn't realize that confidence is. I mean, this is how it's built. It's based on, but it makes sense now because I know to myself I'm very strict, like in most, like actually in everything. I would say sometimes, like if I had to tell myself what percentage of promises do I keep to myself, I would say 80%. What about you? Like, what percentage of promises do you keep to yourself? If you had to guess. So there is a percentage. We all have that percentage. And the higher that percentage is, the higher your confidence is. So you can literally train your confidence to be higher. If you want higher self-confidence, there's literally a step-by-step guide on how to do it. You just follow, or you just do what you say you're going to do to yourself. You keep your promises to yourself. The more promises you keep to yourself, the higher your confidence will grow. Guaranteed, proven system. The more promises you keep to yourself, the higher your confidence will go. Now, doesn't mean that everybody's gonna need to yes, we all have different starting points of confidence, but in general, wherever the hell you're at, if you start keeping more promises to yourself, your confidence in yourself will grow. If you start keeping less promises to yourself, your confidence in yourself will wane. It's just that simple. I mean, it is what it is. Small promises build massive confidence, which is facts. The biggest mistake people make is they make these huge promises. They try to build confidence through huge commitments, right? Exactly. And you should have big goals, but don't make commitments that don't make sense. I'll work out 2 hours every day, right? Or I'm going to transform my life. I'll wake up at 4 a.m. knowing that your ass goes to sleep at 2:47 every day. How the hell are you going to wake up at 4 a.m. and work out 2 hours? You ain't waking up shit. And confidence drops even more. Instead, start with small promises. Examples. Read 5 pages, right? Walk for 10 minutes. Right, if you have been telling yourself you're going to go to the gym for the longest and you haven't gone, you literally just have to go for 10 minutes. Start off with going 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's better than not going. It doesn't matter what anybody there thinks. Everybody's been there for the first time before, and nobody really has the capacity or energy or the brain power to worry about you. So get in there and, train. My friend Reagan from Kenya didn't come back. He promised me he was going to come back. I'm going to have a chat with him. These are easy to keep. So yeah, write one paragraph, right? If you want to write a book, so you say, I'm going to write a book, but you haven't written shit. Write a paragraph first, Clean. If you need to, let's say, I know a lot of people who have issues with, I guess you could say, not cleanliness, but keeping their area tidy. You know what I mean? And having a lot of things just a lot of things everywhere, not scattered. I don't know what the word is, but things strong. Forget the word. The point is, if you start with just keeping one part of that area clean and just worry about that, then once you get that down, then naturally you worry about another part. Or if you're cleaning your room, you don't start cleaning everything at the same time. You start with one corner. You see that table? You clean everything off of it. You wipe it down, whatever the hell you got to do. You put all this stuff, off of it to the side and clean it. Then you go to the next step. And then, it's just you do things in order, but same thing. I mean, same concept, taking small bites basically. It's how you complete any big project. They say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Discipline is self-respect, 20 to 24 minutes. All right, now I'm just reading that. Now, but keep promises to yourself creates discipline. It really does. There's been points in my life where I didn't keep, and me saying I do probably keep 80%. But yeah, there's been points in my life where I've kept, I didn't keep as many promises to myself, and my confidence at that time wasn't as good as it could have been. Or, I don't know. It is what it is. Think about the strongest people you know. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on commitment, right? On the grind. Right. That's why they seem confident, because they trust themselves. Right. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So when you trust yourself, you'll know that people could trust you. And if you don't even trust yourself, you're like, somebody asks you for a favor, you're like, yeah, I'll do it. And then you're like, fuck, am I even going to be able to do that? Like, you don't even know it yourself. You're like, damn, am I going to wake up? Am I going to have the energy to do that? That's crazy. If you don't even know, like, what the hell you're going to do yourself, then how can you have confidence in yourself? You don't even know what the hell you're going to do with your body. Like, oh, yeah. So you got to be able to keep promises to yourself. And there's a compounding effect, apparently. So imagine keeping just one promise a day. After 30 days, that's 30 promises kept. After 1 year, we know how numbers work. Your brain now has 365 pieces of evidence. So yeah, if you keep a promise to yourself, I don't know exactly how that would work, but yeah, this is unstoppable confidence. If you just keep like if you tell yourself you're going to do something, do it, or don't tell yourself you're going to do it, because it's worse to tell yourself you're going to do something and then not do it, because then you're destroying whatever level of confidence you're at. You're lowering it. So if you're constantly and that's another thing, if you're constantly keeping some promises to yourself and constantly breaking other promises to yourself, you're constantly like ping-ponging up and down, up and down, up and down in self-confidence and self-esteem. 1 week you'll feel confident because you kept the promises that you made to yourself last week, but in another week you'll feel down because you didn't continue to keep your promises. It's like, well, no wonder you feel down. I bet you if you would have kept your promises, you would have felt great about yourself and you would have been confident. So make one promise to yourself every day. So the rules are: make it small, make it realistic, and make it measurable. So yeah, we should have this challenge. Walk 10 minutes, read 5 pages. So whatever it is that, you do, push-ups. If it's guys, just do push-ups. Just from doing push-ups, dudes in jail, they get jacked just off doing push-ups. In prison, man, it's crazy. I don't know but I'm sure they're doing some kind of modified push-ups, but push-ups can get you far. The key rule: never break the promise. So yeah, make yourself a promise once a day, or make one promise a day. It could even be like, I'll walk 10 minutes, or I'll read 5 pages, or I'll write one idea down, or I'll whatever it is. If it's something in your job, I'll complete one of these tasks a day, or if whatever number is a normal number. But actually keep that promise to yourself. Do everything in your power to keep it. Don't just say, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then not do it, because once again, that's even worse. But the bottom line is, confidence is not something that is gained through you telling yourself, oh, I have confidence, or I don't have confidence, or oh, it's I have confidence based on my appearance, or vice versa. I don't have confidence, or it's not based on that. It's based on what you prove to yourself that you're gonna do. So every promise you keep to yourself literally builds self-trust. Self-trust builds discipline. Discipline builds results, and results builds confidence. Keep enough promises to yourself, and one day you'll realize you've become the person you used to admire. But let's go to Reddit. That's what it wanted me to leave you with as far as confidence line. But it's true. I mean, confidence is and self-esteem and self-worth is all built through repetition and repetition of keeping your promises to yourself. Let me get you guys right to Reddit, my favorite. Let's check notifications first. See who we've got. Oh, we got upvotes and replies. Let's see the upvotes for what. Even though that's not, there's no action. No, this cannot be innocent. Do you hear yourself? Are you kidding? What problems aren't you fixing? She doesn't care about your feelings and is blatantly cheating in your face and lying to you because you're gullible enough to believe it. I know nothing about either of you to make a judgment and opinion who's wrong, but I can tell you she's playing you like a fiddle. Yeah, I mean, the guy, yeah, see, somebody else said the same thing. Oh, she's 100% sleeping with the other guy, but y'all divorcing anyway. Just gather evidence of her infidelity and give it to your lawyer. Yeah, that guy was not very wise. What's this? Yeah, if she's having issues with them just walking, that's a bit much. Oh yeah, this is a neighbor that had, oh yeah, this girl, she lied for some reason. She said her roommate had a issue, this is a weird situation. She claimed her roommate had an issue with the neighbor's loud noise and something about her roommate brought over her mom's dog, but then her roommate ended up being her sister. See, look, my roommate is my sister. She wants to take care of my mom's dog, who's also her mom. You said, yes, I can see how it can be confusing based on the wording that I used. Oh, she's nice. I'm sorry. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Sorry for being such an asshole. You're so sweet. Sorry for being such an asshole. So, yeah, it was a bit confusing, though. It's like you were trying to distance yourself from your sister. It's like you were trying to distance yourself from your sister. At least that's what Dmitriy Questions says. Dmitriy Questions on YouTube said. Boom. There we go. Yeah, sorry for being mean. I apologize, wonderful seaweed. I can see how it can, yeah. We're using too much. Yeah, okay. Next. It's in the caption. What's in the caption? Yes, if she's, okay. This is the same thing. Back to the home page. New, please. Oh, has it been 7 days since my ban? Am I unbanned on my main account? Wow. I should check, but not right now. It's fine. Am I overreacting? My strange father died. What secret about your industry can you share now that you don't work for them anymore? Well, why not? You can learn, get some secrets. Oh boy, where do I even start? After 8 years as an auto insurance agent, I have zero loyalty left to protect these companies. We had loyalty lists. Every month, I'd get a report of customers who hadn't shopped around in 2 years. These were our golden geese. Shit, yeah, that's true. You need to change your damn auto insurance every once in a while because we could raise their rates aggressively because they'd proven they wouldn't leave. One customer I remember was paying $3,200 annually for coverage that should have cost $1,800. She stayed for 5 years. The file and use scam. Here's something most people don't know. In many states, insurance companies can raise your rates immediately and justify it later. We'd implement 15-20% increase across entire zip codes, knowing regulators would take months to review. By then, we collected millions in extra premiums. Claim frequency was irrelevant. Your rates weren't really based on how often you'd claim. They were based on how likely you were to shop around. What the fuck? A customer with 3 claims who got quotes every year paid less than a claim-free customer who never compared rates. It was pure price discrimination. Whoa. Wait, is this an ad? This is promoted. This is promoted. Motherfucker, they got me. These little fuckers got me. Motherfuckers. And it was live too, so I can't even play it off. You see, I get got too sometimes. Damn, I'm a dummy. All right, am I overreacting for being upset with my friend? My best friend and I had plans on Saturday and have had these birthday plans for at least 3 weeks. I called out of work and moved everything I had planned on Saturday for these plans with her birthday. She insisted on making this a day trip for our birthday month. For later context, she just turned 21. The day of our plans arrived and she's completely MIA. I called and texted her a couple of times before just going on about my day. I texted her the next morning and asked if she was okay. She posted on her Instagram story, so I just assumed she was okay. She then proceeded to message me, you think? 3 days later and said she went to a bar Saturday and Sunday, got drunk, etc. Her going out wasn't the reason why I'm upset. It's just the fact that she failed to communicate that gets me bummed out. So while I get finally being able to have more fun as an adult, I don't know. A simple text or call to tell me plans were off would have been better than nothing. She does this sometimes, so it's not really a surprise, but plans felt more concrete because we literally built an itinerary. Well, am I overreacting? No, not overreacting, but you have to learn that some people are just bad at communication and you can't expect but you have to accept some people are just bad at communicating and it won't get better unless they want to fix it. Not overreacting, but you have to accept some people are not overreacting, but you have to accept some people are just bad at communicating and it won't get better unless they want to fix it. But you have to, it's not overreacting. It's not about her going out. It is the fact that she ghosted the plans you both made weeks ahead and did not even spend a quick text. Anyone would have been upset about that, especially after you rearranged your day for it. Yeah, that's kind of jacked up. But